Welcome back to The Trend. You know, it's Friday. We've gotten through a lot this week. It has been sunny like hell. The rains have come down and the bees came from nowhere and stung us all. You'd think this is Egypt. These are the plagues. Maybe now we'll wait for Moses to come tell our president to let his people go. Anyway, welcome back. The team is back. And of course, you have a brand new member. Let's say hello. Hello to one Kimani Mbugua. What's up?
Hey.
Karibu sana to the family.
From one, karibu.
Mono. It will be nice.
I remember you called me that.
Kwa mpole, relax.
Lakini sasa mimi for one, mimi for three.
Hapana, hata form 2 jamaliza. Karibu sana Kimani. Anita Nderu is back. Girl, your hair.
Thank you.
I love.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, so you know, just a lot of bantu knots at night. Ni kazi mingi. This is why
Anita, I
fashionists,
love
what do
your
they call
hair.
naturalistas have such nice arms.
Yes, because okay, me I'm a
The whole
naturalist.
night you're like this.
Me, this is why I put locks. My arms were not ready. Butita, karibu. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Yeah, I'm cool. I appreciate.
Have you guys noticed that you can see Butita today? How they put for
Leo
him a
nimeamua
light
kuchange mavitu
right
hapa,
under
ni
him.
headphone, pesi yangu tu hapa.
I'm so confused. I'm like, why am I feeling oddly attracted to Butita today? What is it?
You have to.
Ciru, really? Of all the things,
I feel this is wrong.
headphones.
It's a headphones.
Kila mtu na pesi yake. You know, I bought this headphone to support upcoming talents in Kenya. It's a good initiative. Wachaneni na mimi.
All right, let's get this party started this week. Now, during the detailed reading of the judgment that overturned the presidential elections at the Supreme Court on Wednesday, NASA and Jubilee supporters were united for once in looking for safety after bees launched a scathing attack on them. The bees, which are now christened the Form 34 bees, according to a border operator from around the area, have actually been living there for a few months. Now, word is that on that day, one of the supporters may have rattled the insects, or they could have reacted to some disturbance. This being Kenya, though, the incident was also politicized with claims that, you know, kuna mganga anafanya overtime in Kitui, ama the bees were working for Babu Owino. Let's start with Butita.
Kwanza mimi niliafektiwa. Nilikuwa tao by the way. Na nilikuwa na madem. Kuna mse alinipigia. Butita kama na madem. Niko na mzinga.
Madem, si dem.
Niliambiwa kuja na madem niko na mzinga. Sikujua ni mzinga nyuki. Unajua by the way, mimi niliangalia situation hivi nikasema kama kuna mtu aliongelesha nyuki ziende tao. Mse ni champ. Unaongeleshaje nyuki? Ati zizi wasee zizi.
Get
na
out.
Hata dakika 10 haikuisha. Ndio jue mahoka wanapenda biashara itao. Kuna Supreme Court hani. Unaipata uzo hapa chini.
It's just tastes of justice. Anyway, Kimani, what do you think of all this?
First of all, if you see my
First, you're dressed like a bee.
Yes. I am in the bees this.
By the Ciru,
This is a trade back. Okay, call you my friend. This is a trade back. If you want
this
t-shirt, yeah?
Hiyo nguo umevaa inanikumbusha nyuki moja tulishika pale sio Kimau. Wewe hiyo nyuki ya sio Kimau iko wapi? Kuna ndio hii.
Oh no. Yeah.
Hii nyuki reo achaneni nayo.
Oh no.
Hiyo nyuki re. Ni nomare.
Inaweza kuchiki.
Okay, go on Kimani.
Sasa naambia kama mnataka hii t-shirt, you can nione kando. Because I'm in the business of selling now this. Lakini unajua pia mimi nilisikia hiyo story ya mzinga, mara Babu Owino sijui aliamua kutolea watu form akatoa mzinga pale Supreme Court. Lakini but I'm glad for one thing, during that time watu walikuwa two camps. On the other side of the road, watu wa Jubilee side na watu wa NASA hii side. Lakini the time the bees came, everybody was just hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua kama wewe ni Jubilee.
It was the scattering of national unity.
Hakuna mtu alikuwa anataka kuchukua stronghold ya na nyuki. Waliacha wote.
All right, now that Kimani ametudungia leo. Anyway, Anita, what do you think?
Let me tell you, before I get into what I thought of all the various theories of where those bees came from, I saw the most heartwarming thing when that happened. I was on the 6th floor of Jubilee building, the Jubilee Insurance building.
Yeah.
So then when we heard people screaming and whatnot, we looked outside the window. And then there was all this chaos going on, but this was after the whole bee issue. This is now when guys were throwing stones and tear gas all over the place. And there was this old lady who was just making her way with her crutches, and she was really trying to walk as quickly as possible, and protesters were really taking off. And shops had closed, as in they just shut their shutters and everything. And then this one shop next to the Java Mamangina opened their shutters, ushered her in, and then closed it. And I was just like, oh, yay. And immediately after that, all sorts of chaos followed on that street. And if she had still been on that street, so much would have happened to her. And I just really wanted to shout out those guys today, because I saw that happen and I thought it was very heartwarming. As for the whole bee situation, the theories, I was listening to them when I was doing the news, and I was like, guys in Kenya are very creative. How is it Wachawis are brought into everything?
Of course.
No matter what happens, there's a Mchawi who was involved.
I saw a statement, by the way. I saw a statement by it was the Kathiani, like the witches of Kathiani.
The witches.
And they said that they sent those bees because one from Ukambani, Philomena Mwili, was attacked by some of the political divides. So they decided to send their bees to the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Anyway, so actually speaking of what Anita said, this next story is actually part of one of the heartwarming things that we saw coming out of this business. Now, the saddest part of the Supreme Court bee incidents was that as the osmosis of people went down, yani the scattering away from the area of high concentration of bees to an area of low concentration of bees. Now, a physically challenged gentleman was left to handle the stings by himself alone, helplessly. Now, it took the intervention of KBC journalist Victor Munyakane to drag him to safety, a move that has been rightly considered heroic. Take a look at this.
Anything that gets you to forget your own sense of self-preservation. Because you see, when there's danger, two reactions I hear psychologists say: fight or flight, right? You either fight or you take off. The first instinct isn't to come in and help or something, is to look, and it's a spectacle, right? To look, take pictures, to accumulate points for a story that you're going to tell later at the bar or at the fellowship or whatever. It's bonga points, right? You look for things that you're going to say.
Me, first of all, I can just predict right now that Team Mafisette is inside this story.
Yes.
Because Anita, do you see what I see?
You don't know what I've just seen. I've just seen a colleague of mine running. That's why I'm not.
Your colleague.
When I see him on Monday, I'll be like, I saw you.
Yani was the ones that left that guy there. So as this heroic Kenyan said,
it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
As beautiful as that man is, it was a very beautiful moment. And what I was also curious about, and by the way, bless you, it's very touching. The other cameramen and women who might have been there, who stood in place to take all this footage. I mean, the dedication to your job.
Yep. If
I saw bees, I can guarantee my colleagues at Capital FM, I would be with you back in the building. There's no way I am staying there to get your story.
You guys would be like, but Anita left. Why is she here?
I would be one of the people who are running. But then that was a very beautiful thing that he did.
Yeah.
And there was even footage of afterward when they lay him down and then they got him help. Man, bless you.
Well done. All right, Butita, unaona future bay ya watu wengi, he's there saving people.
Focus na nyuki. Victor, God will bless you. Thank you for what you did. You did something great. Sometimes it's not about ourselves. It's about everyone who is around us.
Yes.
Hiyo instinct help or help instinct.
Yeah.
Kitu nimelan kwake. Ni mara ngapi si you think kuhelp kwanza?
That is very true.
Yeah.
The help instinct.
Yeah. People did.
Said,
Watu hujiokoa kwanza.
Fight.
Yeah, watu hujiokoa kwanza. Kimani, chap.
And this guy, I think in a week where we have a lot of political statements, finally we have a hero. We have somebody to celebrate. Because this guy, if you looked at him afterwards, the guy who was being stung, the disabled guy, he had like bee stings all over and he was in pain. But this guy actually rescued him. If he was left there, now the bees would have gathered around him and probably he would have died. But now he's well. And finally we have a hero. Finally we have something to celebrate.
The bee man.
As Kenyans.
Yeah, let's move on from Githeri man to bee man.
Yes, the bee man now.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to this next story before we go into break. Now, this story is classified somewhere between faking it till you make it and just being absolutely ballsy. Now, a 26-year-old man, his name is Kennedy Mojong. He infiltrated, I love that word by the way, infiltrated, it's so spy James Bond. But yeah, this guy infiltrated the Uhuru administration police camp in Laikipia and lived there as a police officer without detection. Now, this is a classic example of a copycat, or in this case of a copcat, because he said to have copied police mannerisms to the extent of even manufacturing storos and sharing them with real police officers as one of them. Let me tell you, if this isn't brave, I don't know what is. Kimani.
Can I go fast?
Yeah, go first.
First of all, before we go to the criminal acts that he did, I respect this guy.
How now, please?
First of all, for you to infiltrate yourself in a police force. First of all, how many encounters do you have with police in a week? I don't even want to be seen with cops. This guy became one of the cops. First of all, that is like something that is a talent by itself. But he committed a crime. But I think he committed a crime. But let's look at it this way. Maybe this guy has some talent. Maybe maybe the government can make use of him better. Maybe we'll have more Oscars if we had more of this. If such talent was put in the right place.
Yeah, exactly. Anita?
I have never seen a bull. This is the second guy, right, to do one of these things.
The first one was Waiganjo.
I cannot wake up in the morning and decide, what I'll do today is I will go to an AP camp and try and be one of them. And then what if I'm caught? You know, they only caught him when they realized, wait a second, this guy is not on the... How many months did it take for them not to notice that he's not been assigned to anyone?
Half a year.
And he left every day and came back every day. He even had a house, which you're only assigned to by the seniors. How did he even get this house? But he said that his father was one of them before. So when the dad died, he just took his uniform and
continued.
You see, one of the analysts was actually saying that he actually learned the police language. He was even gossiping like the police. This is actually
scary.
A very brave guy.
Can you imagine what he knows?
You see, the thing is, if we have a spy agency, we should make use of this guy.
Yes.
Namna gani Butita?
Unajua, hii ni lesson poa sana ya assumption. Yaani wewe unaonanga mtu ako na wewe tu hapo, hujaibother kujua kama hawaitishanangi ID wenyewe vile wanatuitishanga huku nje.
Right?
Kuna vitu wana assume.
Right?
Unaona sasa tusikue tuna assume tu. Unaweza kuonanga mtu. By the way unajua it's your right kuuliza polisi pia nionyeshe identification yako before nishike. Mimi najua hivyo. Tusikue tuna assume tu. Juu hizi vitu fanyika kama amekaa hiyo time yote ni juu ya assumption. Msio assume tu jamaa. Lakini nangoja sana ile siku ndasikia pia kuna fake prisoner amekuaga kamiti hizo siku zote na
But who wants to go to jail?
Why would you want to go to jail?
What for? You see,
he's
we have
serving
prisons.
a life sentence illegally. He's supposed to be
You
out.
see,
He's
Butita,
illegally in jail.
that would only work if we had prisons like the ones who come Maju, where you have a
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Apparently,
easy
those sides guys want to stay in jail.
Yeah.
I do not want to imagine myself.
Ukishikwa. Huku unajilipa. Pesa kwa namba.
Anyway, so as we digest on all these stories, by the way, let us know what you think of everything, all these useless stories we're covering today on TTTT. Use the hashtag TTTT and remember to @ all of us, @ Eddie Butita, at Anita Nderu, at It's Kimani Mbugua, Sindio? I am Kimani Mbugua, and at Ciru Muriuki. Now, let's get right into the tea. But before we do that, we need to look at your feedback on Twitter. Let's see. This guy called Albekip something says, you guys are amazing. Tell Anita to your Utopia pink just for me. It's so okay.
Fanya kitu umeambiwa wewe.
Guys, I really must ask, when you guys are tweeting, do you assume there's this beautiful interwebs that tweet disappears to? It comes to us, and we feel very awkward.
Like we actually read the things you write.
You know,
and
we're just like,
I opened it on purpose because I want people to think about the things they tweet us.
Do people under the same roof as you know the kind of things you write on the internet?
Sometimes I want to tag people's mothers.
History ya madem tusingilie.
Actually, stories of madem.
No comment.
By force, by fire. Then Nick Rui asked, what is the possibility probability that Kimani will say these words, first of all. Apparently,
First of
they've
all.
noticed. First of all, Kimani, first
Yes,
of all.
First of all, Kimani.
First of all, first of all,
Wewe
what you
muite
have to
first of all kuanzia saa hii.
First of all, Mbugua. Then this guy said, he's called Dan Nzioka. He says, movie directors in Kenya copy the cop cut, stop copying Niger. But when have we ever copied Niger?
I don't really recall seeing our movies looking like Niger
At all.
movies.
None.
Somebody
Our
made
movies
me
don't have
laugh
people
though.
turning into fish, then into
Ciru.
mermaids.
Hapo kwa
Someone
story ya Yuki
said that
tulikopi
Kenyans
Niger.
watch so many Niger
Hao ndio
movies.
tuma vitu kaa hizo.
Go on, Anita.
That Kenyans watch so many Niger movies. A Kenyan can be taken to Nigeria and know their way around.
For
Do you know,
real?
I think I laughed for like a full 3 minutes. I was like, what is wrong with people? But when you come to think about it, we
Yeah.
do watch a lot of Nigerian movies, but I don't really think we
don't
copy,
copy them.
Nigerian movies.
But we
there's
we
certain-
copy the way they talk. That's what I've noticed.
But that would be a good movie
Yeah.
to shoot. So
Yeah.
Kenyan directors, think
now,
about it.
and then Pese Mzinga. I love it. He says, now that we have hashtag Dima, now next we should have Butita as Mandazima.
Nishaba ingano.
You're ready?
Hiyo story iko
Serious
ndani.
nayo.
Uko tayari? Alafu, me, I've seen more
26.
racism on Twitter today. Anthony Watere says, Butita versus Anita Nderu today.
You see now.
This is
Don't.
racist.
You're the people
Yaani-
who I wonder.
This is
What
Uko na
is
racist.
bahati.
this? Do people under
Uko na
the
bahati
same roof
hakuna
as you know
mawe
how you're
hapa.
behaving?
Huyo msee ni nani? Hebu weka jina yake.
Anaitwa Anthony
Hebu tu-
Matere. Nitatafuta pia pin number na
Wacha
Anthony Gathuru.
wacha nipige simu moja ya nyuki.
All right, let's move on to the rest of the show. Okay, now this story is one that has blown up on not even just Kenyan or Tanzanian, but basically everyone all over Africa is talking about this.
I've been
Now,
waiting.
yes, for those of us who've been following the interesting love story of Zari and Diamond Platnumz, you may remember a few years ago the Tanzanian sensation denied fathering a child with this model and video vixen. Her name is Hamisa. She's also from TZ, Hamisa Mobeto. Despite Hamisa naming her child after Diamond. Yani, it's like me having a baby and I call him Eddie Butita, and Eddie Butita is like, who? What was it? What was it? Whose baby? What? So now basically he has since accepted that he is the father of the child and is now begging forgiveness from his wife. And since
What's
this
that?
admission, this Toro has been trending in all the Kimani Mums groups on Facebook. Kimani Mums Uncensored, Dad Mums and Dads, all of
Chit
them.
chat.
So let's talk about this right now. Kimani.
Hey, first of all, I do not.
Kimani
I do
Mums.
not.
Kimani Mums.
First of all,
Oh yeah.
That was good, Anita. Well
okay,
done.
sawa. But first of all, I do not know what led Diamond to admit that
Hey?
he cheated on his
What
wife.
are you implying?
But
you
I'm
would
just
die.
I'm just
You would
speaking
deny
for,
till you die.
I'm just speaking for myself.
For
Even
you, you
if
are
you
sell
bring
off.
video evidence, me I'll say that is Photoshop. I never cheated. Why are you letting your don't
you are-
admit?
The
Kimani
thing is
with
called
respect.
Kimani Mums, and
Don't
you're denying.
admit.
eh.
First of all, Kimani, let me
Wacha
just
watu
tell you something,
responsible
even before we move on to Butita and Anita, yeah? Hao watoto wa kukanwa, the ones that come out looking like you.
No, even if
There's no need.
even if you name your child
That
Kimani
child
Kimani.
will have even that gap in your tooth. Hiyo
no.
hapo.
The child
No,
will come out
no.
with that T-shirt you're wearing right now. As in, you can't deny that child.
No, wait, I'll deny. I'll say this one is a lookalike.
Hey,
No.
hao
I will-
watoto wa kukanwa, they're the ones, yani Mungu halali. Amen.
hapana.
Because let me tell you, that child will come out with your hairstyle. But Anita, go on. Let's talk about this.
Now, at first when I saw this drama, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's not one of those things where you're like, you know what, Diamond, it's okay. Sazingine, it's okay, just accept. I don't think a woman would that confidently say,
Yeah.
all the way to the moment she's given birth, this is your kid, and it's not your child.
Yeah.
Then again, there's people who can do that, but I didn't think that Hamisa was necessarily lying because Diamond is kind of known for these kind of things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This isn't his
so
first
the baby
baby.
comes around. There's a video that comes out of Diamond's mother and sister visiting the baby when the baby is born. You're trying to tell me your family is going to visit a baby that they are sure is not yours. After some time, when he finally admits, let me tell you, Hamisa Mobeto's Snapchat today was lit. Do you know the full side chick really rubbing it in, as in she's wekaing lemon, she mixes salt with that lemon, then she wekas it on the wound. It's very sad, and she's rubbing it in like never before, as in just in case you are unsure as to who this child's father was. Her Snapchat makes it very clear, and you just feel like saying, listen, just I don't know, be slightly
be humble.
cordial about this. I mean, just be it's not like
humble.
what you've done is something to necessarily be proud of.
Yeah.
So don't be like this about it. As much as he had canard and now he's accepted, let his acceptance be enough. But where? The drama on Snapchat today. Please go
see.
follow her and see.
Butita, history ya watu kukana watu.
Hili ni jambo kuendelea wa msela wangu Diamond pale akiwa Dar es Salaam pale. Walewa kama mwanamuziki, kuna hali ya maisha. Alianza na single, akaimba single, akaweza kuingia kwa collabo. Pia kwa ndoa ni vile. Tunaona sasa amemalizana na single ya Wema kaenda ya Zari, sasa ni collabo sasa. Maana yake yashikanisha pale Hamisa, Zari. Lakini Hamisa ukimwona mwenyewe anasukuma lile issue, dictator kabisa. Hafai kuitwa Hamisa Mobeto, anafaa kuitwa Mobeto Seseseko. Manake ile hali anayesukuma lile issue unakaa ukijiuliza kwamba nia yake ni lipi lile. Ila tu Simba tungependa kumkaribisha mtoto kwa jamii. Manake alisema ni Young Lion yule.
Young Lion.
Hebu jiulize. Mtoto wako ni Simba ama ni Simba aliyenyeshewa?
All right.
But I
Let's move on, but
it's just
let's move on.
really
But
sad.
yeah, but
The way
before
it's
we
being
move
played out
on,
on social.
before we move on, have you people noticed the way Diamond has a type? Hamisa and Zari could be sisters, but that's none of my business. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. No, look at
The
that.
level of
That
shade
could
you're
be
attempting
Zari.
to throw, Shiro.
That could be Zari. That could be Zari.
Really? No.
They look the same.
They are
Angalie,
complexion,
mtoto wa
baby.
watu yafanana
unajua
Zari.
Zari
Maybe
mpaka
he
alimbiwa
mistook
wimbo.
which one was which.
Zari
You have
za
to accept
mazakale.
Hamisa is hot. Hamisa is hot. Let's just Hamisa is just
What?
hot.
Anita,
Where are you going with
Hamisa is
this?
just-
No, for a second there, I
What
thought
is
I heard my
happening?
name. I was like, where are we going with this?
Umechanganyikiwa.
Wewe kijana nitakufukuza hapo.
Well, Mono tutulie, we move on. Let's move right along. Now,
Yes.
the thing is that I cannot believe we're still talking about Kenyan leaders accused of using fake academic credentials to get power. But yet here we are. Now, newly elected Taita Taveta governor, his name is Granton Samboja. He seems to be the new Joho in the context of academics after Kenyatta University disowned the degree he claims to have acquired from the institution. Yani, they have said, Sisi tulikupatia hiyo degree sisi. What? Which degree?
Sikusema Kenyatta University. KU.
Alisema?
Ilisema Kirinyaga University.
Kabianga University.
Kapienga University.
Hakuna mtu
Lakini
anasema
Ciru,
Kenyatta.
Yeah.
ishukai huwezi jua. Pengine kuna malisomea. Yeye ajidefend. Atoe ma certificate ako nazo. Tuchambue tujue kani za ukweli.
What is happening?
Ni nini mnacheka?
Anita,
Nicheke pia.
Anita, do you know this guy?
It's the girl Hana Masomo. Just kidding.
Oh. Ube caption. Yetu ilishamaliza.
The tag thingy. It's just
Oh,
All right, yeah.
Lakini una-
Kimani, because I
Unaweza pata amesoma.
Yeah.
Juu alikuwa journalist. Mimi namjua poa sana. Is a guy that I respect by the way. Ni msee hardworking sana. Nimeona kazi yake. So mimi sijui kama kusoma ama kusoma. Yeye atatuambia.
lakini unajua in his defense unajua kuna unaweza kuwa ulipitia shule lakini hauku graduate. Labda ulifika fourth year lakini hawakukuweka kwa graduation list. Sasa
But
lakini
he has
unajua
a certificate.
you go back you
Alipata
check
wapi?
labda
Certificate ama
labda
degree.
alipata soup.
Angalia mwingine hapa.
Do you
Ulisomea
know how many
wapi?
university students have soups right now? Maybe alipata soups mingi, lakini akasema
Me, I've had a few.
juu sikumaliza university, wacha niende ni print tu hii degree. Si nilienda tu KU. Labda hivyo ndo alifanya, lakini hatujui. Lakini faking papers
Ama tumpe exam.
Yeah, what should we put in an exam for a Kenyan politician whose credentials we doubt? What do you think we should, what should be question 1? Let's think about that during the break. We'll be right
Importance of
back.
a being society.
Name 10 students you were with in the same class.
That one.
All right. Trending talkers with me, Ciru Muriuki, and of course making his TTTT debut is Kimani Mbugua, and the usual gang is around Anita Nderu and Eddie Butita. Keep hollering at us, man, your tweets. In fact, let's just get into them. Whoa. Hey, ati please mpe Anita Nderu here after the show, amecheka sana. And I know Anita.
Oddly enough,
That looks
that is
nice.
one of my favorite dishes.
It looks nice.
It is.
I love whole fish and ugali and that green boga. Love it.
Ile
Yes.
chakula imepikwaje?
Naitwa skuma, Anita.
There's something fishy.
No, not that
Anita.
one.
Oh,
the one that
sugar.
normally has cream.
Osuga, managu, which one?
Unakaje
I don't
cream?
know. There's another one that normally has cream.
Hiyo ni
Alright.
kudharau samaki. Unaekeaje samaki cream?
Then of course
No,
the
that comes
next.
with mboga. Butita
Ni
even
nini
knew.
unapimp chakula na inaenda kwa
Anita, are you
tumbo
sure you love this
kuchanganya?
food?
Yes,
but
I don't know
samaki
the
ni
name, but when I
unaichapa
order it, I
nyanya,
normally say
kitunguu,
nipatie
dania.
ile mboga iko na cream. The lady knows.
Mboga
Managu.
unaweka cream, mboga.
Managu unaweka maziwa hapo ndani.
Wasichana.
Moving on,
wanaweka
Shiro,
maneno hao.
please.
Hao ndio
Let's move
wanawekanga
on.
chocolate
Okay.
kwa
You know
nyama.
what? Me I have Anita's back today. So let's move on.
Oh my god, Butita, you're stupid.
This tweet killed me, by the way. He said, Najwa Diamond ni hoka wa njugu. He was under the influence.
Unatupa
Ile
karanga
level.
za kuonyeshwa.
Wow.
Vile mnamkimbiza Chibu si
Unatupa-
vyema.
Karanga,
There are
karanga.
Unatupa big G kwa karanga za kuonyeshwa.
Inaitwa karanga.
Anachambua kama karanga ule.
Anachambua kama
Anavichambua
karanga.
kabisa.
All right, let's move on to the stories. We only have a few more minutes because, of course, people need to come and win some money with Mwalimu Rachel and Kings. But in the meantime, let's get into this one. Gospel DJ now. I apologize to those who may have a problem with calling DJ Mo a gospel DJ, since some of you may view him as a Willie Paul of DJing. Now, Gospel DJ Mo, he gave an interview to an online magazine and he talked about some of the tests that he took size 8 through to confirm if she was fit to be his wife. Me, frankly, I thought it was some BS, but I'm not the one who sat those exams. Wengine wenu, even though you're complaining, munafanya mocks kwenu na hamjui. Anyway, more like vetting. It's like he's getting, she was getting married, like, it's like getting married to DJ Mo is like running for office. So this veteran shade thrower, you all know her, love her or hate her. Her name is Njoki Chege. She took issue with that and decided to do an article where she held the opinion it was DJ Mo who was actually lucky to have size 8 for a wife. I agree, by the way. To
So
which
do
DJ Mo responded by saying that Njoki is a single mother who failed to clinch her husband. Guys, what do you make of this? And by the way, I just have to put this disclaimer. Christian comments only. Kimani, chap.
Okay. Njoki Chege, very nice lady. I respect her, but I disagree with her on this one. DJ Mo was looking out for himself. I don't understand why women were trolling him. If he was genuinely looking out for himself, maybe he had gone through a lot of slay queens in his life, and he felt
What's wrong
like he
with being a
needed to
slay
really
queen, first
find
of
that
all?
one.
I want to know what the definition of these slay queens
No,
are.
you know,
They
that's,
go through a lot weekly.
Anita, are you one?
No.
Oh,
So
you
then
said-
what's wrong? Why have you
But-
refused to be a slay queen? What's wrong with
Because
being a
I'm
slay
just
queen?
Anita Nderu. I don't want a tag attached to me. I'm just Anita Nderu.
Yes, queen.
You know?
But
Salah?
if DJ Mo was looking out for himself, then just let him. If Saizet went through the test, na alitulia. Mbona, why are women online getting pissed by? She's the one who sat for the exam. Na alipita mtihani. See, just let her be. Let her be. She was not complaining.
Lakini, I want Anita to
It's
tell
really
us.
bothering me. It's just
I wa-
really bothering
I want Anita to tell us, lakini, kama says it, start those exams, mtihani wa DJ Mo ulikuwa wapi? Anita?
Yeah, no. I think if I found out later on in life that I was put through an exam, I'd be very angry. There would be no peace in that household. I'd be like, are you trying to imply that you had to show me that you were poor because you thought I was after you because of money? There'd be so many questions that would follow after I find out. And I think maybe she knew after like she passed, she was told, congratulations. And like that, governor, here is your degree, you passed. So it's just, I don't know. I felt like it was not something that he should have shared, for one, because now it opened room for people whose opinions did not necessarily count to start counting. And then, of course, whenever people's opinions come into your life, you feel the need to say something. Unfortunately, he was touching on a very, 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 very touchy subject. Of course, that was not going to go any way but south, which it did. So it's what he should have done is, sometimes I think in life, if there are things which you know are going to lead to people really judging what you did, just don't talk about it.
Exactly.
Don't air laundry that you're not willing to have other people take part in helping clean or whatever.
See, now people want to be couple goals. Ama Butita, we kuna mtu anafanya mocks kwako na hajui. Anaruka mamitaro. Unamkopesha
together,
maji.
Fire speed test.
So Butita denies his women over here every Friday.
Ati?
He denies his women here every Friday.
Okay, let's hear from Butita.
Those are the ones who are really suffering.
Let's hear from Butita.
Pia mimi nataka kupeleka Anita hizo nini DJ Mo alipelekana.
No.
But nachukua hiyo opportunity. Ngoja mimi nachukua hiyo opportunity. Appreciate DJ Mo kukuwa man enough kuongea vitu wanaume ufanya na wasemangi. Juu wanaume wengi hapa nje. Hizo ndio vitu wanafanyanga. Madem tu wezi wambia wanapelekwaga hizi mavitu. So yeye ameongea. Hii ndio story inakuaga pale, msimkimbize.
Kuna watu wenyewe ufanya hivyo
na wamenyamaza pale.
Alafu secondly, seems like a very wonderful person.
Alafu secondly,
Lakini niko na swali.
Those are the Moriahs. You guys should know the Moriahs.
Niko na swali.
Unafahamu follow size 8 DJ Mo na Ladasha. Uone Ladasha vile kupostia dad's new Range Rover. Mom's new Jaguar.
All right,
That
let's
has
move
been
on
paid
quickly.
cash.
We have very little time left. Let's move on. Now, guys, this actually happened. Like, this happened. The Ugandan opposition actually started a conversation on the presidential age limit, knowing full well that President for life, Yoweri Museveni, is in fact not only immortal, but he's aging in reverse. So one of the most vocal leaders in the said opposition is the mayor of the country's capital city, Kampala. What happened to him moments after the attending a debate yesterday?
As you see them here, as my kids were being taken to school, they were subjected to horrendous... Officers, I've committed no offense. Please.
Okay, quick, because we only have like a minute left. Butita.
First offense. Pronunciation. Officer, I've committed no offense. Yani Uganda hata ukiwa mea hauruhusiwi kumea pembe. Hey, Museveni yenyewe. Si ache freedom of expression watu wajiongee.
Expression is for your nyanye. He's the president for life, Anita.
Where my Champara people, their accents make me so happy. But you know, you need to know where it is you're airing your views. It's not Kenya where the greatest attack of all time on you will be bees. Just be careful where it is you choose to air your opinions in Champara, man.
Yani, they didn't even let him
his kids were just taken to school. He's just giving the story innocently. Kidogo, all hell breaks loose.
Okay, Kimani, teke.
First of all, this story, I have watched this video so many times, but I have to say, I am proud to be Kenyan.
Yes.
These are moments when I appreciate being Kenyan. The things people say about our president.
Many.
And nothing ever happens to them. You should appreciate that you are Kenyan. See what is happening in Uganda. Mwanaume analia, my friend, kushikwa na polisi.
I have committed no
Analia
offense.
kushikwa na polisi. Na watoto wake walikuwa hapo.
Nikiona polisi naanzaga tu kulia. Wewe unacheza na polisi wewe.
All right, guys, let's wind this up.
Wanakuachilia. Kijana analia nini?
Yeah, by the way,
nimekazwa.
guys, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for coming through.